That side of the barrier, Goober. It's clearing up a little bit. It's starting to look more like the old Nolechucky River, though, with that water clearing up. I got Nola with me today. Nola. Say hi, Nola. If you don't know where the inspiration for that name came from, then you can probably figure it out. I actually found her on my way to work one morning back in April, I think. Like the middle of April. And made lots of attempts to find her owner. I found her without a collar or anything, no chip in her. Facebook posts, got in contact with the animal shelter, told them, if anybody says they're missing a black and white border collie or Australian shepherd, to let me know. Nobody ever claimed her, so she's stuck with me. This is some River Road progress. One thing a lot of people always complained about, and what was really a problem on this road, was the drainage. Some spots would get backed up with water, and I guess that's what they're going for here, is maybe this is some kind of way to fix that problem. I want to throw this in here. One thing pretty much everybody who lived on this road said whenever they were basically having to rebuild the whole thing, they were like, surely they're going to come in here, blow this rocks out, and there's a worse spot up here that we're not going to walk to, but we all thought surely they would come in here and cut this mountain down a little bit to make the road wider. Because a lot of 18-wheelers started going through here once they kind of figured out that it was a shortcut, I guess. And it was a little bit of a narrow road, truthfully. Ooh, looky there. What's that gonna be? That's where the water's gonna go out. Man, be able to stand right there and fish, I guess. Starting to get used to the way it looks now. Starting to have some plans for, like where the fish are gonna be and stuff. We'll go check out some other spots though. This is Taylor Bridge, where we were at in the last video, where they cut that channel through the river. Big old cylindrical things. I wanted to check out this. Look how fast that water moves when you're channeling it all into one spot. Then you get these big, even on the other side too, obviously. You get these big eddies where the water's slow and the current makes it like a whirlpool. That'll at least make some good fishing. That's pretty neat though. That big crane. Hard to even get it all in frame. We'll get out of here. I just wanted to look. Yeah, let's go up through here. Long ride down there, ain't it? Oh, where we at? Huh? Where we at? We back home? Huh? Dogs are so weird, man. She was so like mug and kind of like depressed the whole way over here, but it's almost like she knows that where she's at. Because she jumps up as soon as we get off the interstate. She's like, okay. probably the real reason she gets so excited. She knows what happens when we get off the interstate up there. Honey, it's gonna be hard to hide it in here. We had to make a stop for Miss Priss over here. I'm wanting to go to a spot that I haven't got any footage of. Actually haven't even been to since the river flooded. So we'll go see if we can get up there and check her out. Got a little bit of footage of this area, but nothing passed through here. Check this out. This shell got hit hard by the flood and she's back open. The first business in Irwin to be reopened after the flood is this shell. And they had like a grand opening. And we missed the $1.99 gas. They were selling gas for $1.99 here all day for their grand opening. So that's pretty cool. I've had people tell me don't buy gas down there because it's been flooded and all them tanks got sand in them and all this and that. But if they got enough confidence to reopen it, I have enough confidence to put it in my tank. So that's what we're gonna do, get a little bit of gas. Maybe go in, get a little snack or something. That's the red banks over there. I wish the camera would focus. That used to be like a popular fishing spot, but then the USA Raft Company bought it out and made it private where you gotta pay to park down there and everything. There's River View. Still working on getting it done. Check this out. River is unsafe to traverse. I think that's just because they don't want people back here looking at what they're doing. That's 100% what that is. Is the river more unsafe now than it was before? Sure, there's maybe some foreign things in it, you know, cars and stuff. Rocks have been moved, but it's at a point now where you could go down it, you know, I mean, that's just so crazy they put up a sign for that. But you might know where I'm at right now. This is Chestoa, and I haven't been up here since the flood, before the flood. I didn't even come up here for the flood. I didn't have a way to, but we're going to go up through here and take us a gander. There's where Chestoa Bridge was. I should have got some better footage at. Quit dog, before I walked away from it. You can still see pieces of the bridge down there. And this is one of the like non-essential bridges that fell. It was pretty much just a shortcut to get across the river, so it didn't leave anyone stuck or anything, so that's why there's no efforts to rebuild that one yet. They're focusing on the ones that people need. The river definitely looks different through here. This is a part of the river that, even if you're not around here, you may have came and visited just to look at. And yeah, still similar, but way different. I mean, check out how much of that got eroded over there. That's why you're seeing so many new rocks and things that weren't there before. Some of them have moved and been washed down, but a lot of them have just been washed out of the dirt. So this is the rec area. There's a sign. Used to have all the posters and stuff on it. Here's where you used to park. And this down here was like a big beachy sandy area where a lot of people would come to swim and bring their kids and stuff, or you could put in kayaks up here. And it's still sandy, I guess, but it's completely different. This is one of the most drastic and probably relatable examples I've seen so far. Here's the parking lot where you'd park. This is the Chestoa Rec Area. This used to be like a big hole of water right here. And now it's just a little meandering stream, essentially. Yeah, wow. There's tracks in here. I'd say that the reason it's sandy right here is because they've got the rock from it, which was a really big controversy. And apparently, thankfully, they were found breaking some environmental codes, so they're not allowed to do it anymore. But they were essentially breaking the law for like months. So they've done their damage. I mean, they've came and I guess tried to sow grass back to be like, we're fixing it. But that's a crazy example right there. Like I said, I'm sure a lot of people will be able to relate to, because a lot of people came here. Wow. There's where the bridge used to be. Wonder if that's the hiker and rafter little get-together spot that they're rebuilding back there. I can't remember what the name of it was, but I can see it in my mind. Here's the big hole right below the train trestle. Still got a big hole of water here. This is one of the spots they would dump the trout when they stocked it up here, so they could pull up right next to the road. Check this out though. There's the old train trestle, and it's still standing. How incredible is that? All those more modern bridges fell, but the old train trestle stands strong. This spot on the river looks surprisingly the same. Now, if you fished here before, still kind of looks the same, don't it? It's crazy. That's what I get enjoyment out of now, is just seeing familiarities, or however you say that word. Seeing things that are familiar. Yeah. We might be able to go on up to, we've always called it the hippie camp. Little USA raft camp up there. We might be able to go all the way back there, but here's your little secret of Chestoa some people don't know about. This rock wall over here next to the railroad has a spring coming out of it. And you can find certain spots where it's flowing pretty good in it. It's just dripping right now. But some of the best water I've had's come off this rock. It ain't flowing real good right now, like I said, but there's probably a spot on there you can fill up a water bottle in 5 minutes time. And it's good water. Let's go.